real quick. We want you online. We've got two people that flew in today. They're guests. They're married. And we want to give you about 30 or 40 seconds to see if you can guess what couple.
Guess who we got in the house
that's in the house today. Come on.
I don't see nobody saying nothing. I could have a bad connection. Let me see. I don't know.
We're ready.
Oh, but we about to tell you all. They say they coming. All they saying is we on our way. That's what they say. Well, you all look who has flown. Look what the wind blew in.
Oh my! I am honored to be standing right here, right now with you guys.
We are honored, y'all. It's fantastic.
We got the Taylors with us, okay? Everybody put your emoji hands together that's online. Those of you that are in the auditorium, come on and clap those hands. And let's praise God. These are E-members.
E-members.
Indeed. Now, I was talking to your husband briefly earlier while you were talking to April. And I want to ask him, I want to address him first. First, thank you for being a man, and thank you for being the man of your house, the priest of your home.
Yeah.
And I asked you a question about how important it is for the man to lead and for the man to establish that God is first in your home. And I would like for you to share with them some of the things you were saying with me.
Well, first and foremost, it's an honor to be here. I know we don't even have enough time to express the depth of our gratitude. But I look at it like this, and it's like the man I teach. We get so focused on trying to change a nation. We get so focused on trying to change the world. But the formula is very simple. If every man took ownership of his home,
Yeah.
You look at trying to change a whole community and wonder why you don't get the impact. A community is just comprised of many different homes.
Yes, sir.
But if each man took ownership, don't try to change the world, change your house.
Wow.
You take ownership of your house, govern yourself and your family, and everybody did that, the world will reflect what we want it to look like. So as far as me and my house,
We're going to serve the Lord.
as far as me and my house, we are uncompromising in our faith. Amen. Good times and bad. And so my wife came to me one day and she asked me a question. We've been watching Jakes for years. Yeah. And we started tithing about a year and a half ago. Yeah. And she came to me one day and she said, babe, why are we not members? Wow. And I couldn't answer. And that in itself was the answer.
Wow.
And so we had to make it official, and to be here is just an honor, especially to be here with my wife. So I'm thankful to be here.
Thank you so much for representing men and being a husband and a priest of your home. And then, of course, everyone knows your wife. For you to be able to still lay that foundation with a wife that's in superstardom, I think that is amazing for the world to see, and especially the body of Christ to see. I want you to continue to...
Well, I wanted to ask, you got some... Come on, say my name again.
She my sister right now. My head, y'all don't notice my sister.
I love it. Now, you got some amazing news this week. I follow her on social media, and I'm sure the rest of the world does as well. And we were all celebrating with you, as we were the night that you were announced the winner of American Idol all those years ago. But you just tell us a little bit about the role that you just landed.
Well, I played her 14 years ago on Broadway. And I'm always very, very honest. I said I would never play her again.
Wow.
Really?
The role is very taxing. And at that time in my life, I was going through so much. But it came back to me. I told my husband, we talk all the time, Taylor talk. I said when I left there, I just didn't feel happy. I felt like I was cheated. I felt like I was slighted. And then they called me.
Now, who is they? Tell us who they is and what the role is.
Oprah and Scott Sanders called me, and they said, hey, we know you said you would never, but we think you need to be our Seeley. I still had to audition.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, come on. I'm gonna say this really, really quick. It came back to me, but God said, but you still have to audition.
Come on now.
The door's just not gonna open like that. So they kept calling back, well, can you do this? Can you do that? The last call, they said, well, can you come to Atlanta? And I told my husband, I said, babe, I'm not going. He said, baby, you need to go. I said, but why do I keep having to go through all of these things? There's so many tests. Why not just give it to me? They called me, but it wasn't supposed to be that way. And so I went to Atlanta, and they called me and said, congratulations, let's make a movie, and everything's purple. And so, but watch this. I said, Ken, we got to go to church.
Wow.
We got to go in. How we celebrate? I said, we got to go to church. I said, because we're happy and we're excited, but I know the enemy is upset. So I got to get suited and I got to be prepared, me and my husband. So this is why we are here today.
Why are you preaching in the pre-show?
April, just know that I'm going to be running across the front.
She's preaching, y'all. But that's a word. You received a blessing and then came to the house to get ready for war. Yeah. The house prepares us for the blessing. Sometimes we be too busy celebrating. But sometimes that's when you're supposed to get on your knees. Right. You're supposed to call on God. Give me what I need to go out here and accomplish the task. Because this is a task,
it is.
You know, that he's afforded you to be able to do. And we're celebrating. We're your family, your E-Church family.
E-Church family.
Girl, we praying with you.
Thank you.
I think what's interesting, and I'm going to have to let you get in church, but I think what's interesting, you said that I still had to audition. And the look on your face, the work that you had to do, and then you and God talking, and you and your family. Can you describe that, what that felt like? Because so many people admire you, so many people want to be where you are, but that look said something that your mouth did not say.
Wow. Well, it's been 20 years for me in the industry. So I've seen a lot of things. Number one, I wasn't sure if I was ready to go back. We've been, down for 2 years due to COVID, almost 2 years. And I told my husband, I said, I hate that this happened, but I'm glad that I had the opportunity to back up. Because sometimes in that industry and in that lane, we're rushing, trying to be number one, trying to be the best, trying to drop an album. You totally forget the important things.
Wow.
So I had time to sit, my husband and I, and figure out the things that we need to drop off of us, because we were moving like this. We were moving like this, and you can't hear God clearly when you're moving that fast. So number one, I said, am I ready to go back into that season, that area?
Wow.
If you know what I mean.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I said, but if they call me, then it should be given to me, right?
Wow.
And that's why I told my husband, I'm not going. And he said, baby, yeah, if you want it, you can have it. Do you want it?
Come on.
Do you want it? And I said, but I got to audition, and there's so many people out here that are really, really good. I'm not an actress. At least I don't,
You're a good actress.
Well, okay, thanks, guys. I love y'all. My E-Church. But he said, if you want it, you can have it. When God's going to take you through a process. And we will be talking all day, but I'm glad that I did. But I was about to let fear of certain things hinder me. But then God said, I need you in this season to show the young women, number one, what a classy and real woman look like, and the fact that you don't have to be so hard on yourself. So it's so many things, and the reason why he opened this door for me, that I'm going to put my all into it.
Wow. You know, we were planning on doing something else, but I saw that and I wanted to go there. And then I love your husband's spirit, okay? Let me say this, and then we're going to move.
Because we got to go.
We got to go to church.
I got to get over
I want to say this. I saw an interview where you were giving advice, where someone says, why don't you sing this song? You free yourself. Yeah. And you said, well, if you want a husband, you got to stop singing those kind of songs. Yeah. And so when I see your husband, the authority, the masculinity, the power, the presence, the priest, how does that make you feel? And what can you say to some young woman that's out there right now? I want you to take 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
I'm finally protected. I have a covering. When Kendall and I first met, I was getting ready to leave out for a show, and he looked at me and said, can I do something with you? And I said, sure. And he made it look so cool, a man that loved God. Like, he was still cool with it. And I saw that in his house, he had a Bible that was written all on. I said, oh, so you don't just have a Bible for a prop. You actually study. You eat the word. So I fell in love automatically, because I said, okay, God, I see somebody that looks like me, that's been through what I've been through, but still he's chasing after you. I can be myself in front of him. And he said, I want to do something before you go on the road. He got down on his knees and he started to pray. Now I'm thinking, no way. No way. And it was the things that he was saying that only me and God talked about.
Wow.
So I knew then that I got a cool dude. I got a smart man, but he also loves God. So I'm happy. And I thank God he didn't forget about me, and he hasn't forgotten about you either. Sometimes he takes you through a season to make sure you know what you need. Because if you don't know what you need, you're just going to run it off. Yeah. So I had to take that time to figure out what I needed. And To God be all the glory.
Listen, to God be the glory. Tell him, you got to go. She got to go to worship. We got to get them into church. Listen, we love y'all so much. We're going and have a good time. I'm going to pitch us the service right now. We're getting ready to have church. Our services are translated over to 90 different languages. Get ready. Get ready.